The appetite for international travel continues to grow with a record 1.4 billion tourist arrivals last year. And summer travel will be here before you know it. And joining us today are two experts to help you out, Claudia Lombana and Amanda Norcross. They're going to share a new travel spending survey and some tips for planning your next getaway. Welcome to the show, ladies. So what did this survey show you?
Thanks for having us. Well, Visa did a survey because they wanted to see how people are spending when they're traveling to foreign destinations. And they found that credit card is a preferred method of payment. 48% of the people that they surveyed said they prefer to pay with a credit card, and 43% said they feel safest when they can pay with a credit card. 63% of people said they feel vulnerable to theft or crime when they were paying with cash in a foreign country. So Visa says, don't pay with cash, just pay with your Visa card. You're going to give yourself layers of security to protect from fraud and a lot more convenience, and you don't have to make yourself vulnerable by taking cash into these foreign countries or having to have the hassle of exchanging for foreign currency.
No doubt. I enjoy the credit card for large purchases, but then when you're going to do the street market, it's just you only have to have a little bit of cash. But Amanda, wonder where is everybody spending this money? Which countries are the favorite?
Well, there are so many great places to go this summer, and the best part is you don't have to worry about carrying cash to these destinations. London is a great example of a cashless city, especially when it comes to public transit. You can get a preloaded travel card that can be used on the tube, the trains, buses. It's super convenient for travelers. Another great city, Paris, especially if you're into festivals. At a lot of the music festivals, you can wear a contactless wristband to purchase everything from food to merchandise. And Toronto's another great city. In fact, this is interesting. 60% of purchases made in Canada are done so via credit card. So they're really at the forefront of this whole cashless movement. But of course, that's only 3 destinations. You can find a lot of other great cash-free destinations on jetsetter.com.
Of course, there's 200 plus countries in the world to go see. Claudia, you travel a bunch. What are some of your top tips for travelers?
Yeah, you mentioned summer travel in the introduction, and that's what we're thinking about right now, because 2 to 3 months in advance for purchasing your international travel is kind of the sweet spot. But one of my personal tricks that I like to use is one-way fares. I did 10 countries last year. Several of them were in Europe, and I got really great deals and was able to save hundreds of dollars by purchasing one-way fares to multiple destinations. So that's one of my favorite kind of like tricks of things to look at when you're trying to get a good deal on an international destination.
Love that. My wife and I do the one-way fares all the time. It's a beautiful way and cheap way to travel. Amanda, what about some insider travel tips that somebody might not know about?
Well, some of us know about airfare alerts, but what you might not realize is that not all of those airfare alerts are created equal. In fact, some of them won't even show you alerts for Southwest and Delta. But what you can do is sign up for alerts through airfarewatchdog.com, and you'll be alerted to the best deals in the U.S. and Canada for all flights.
I love it. All great information. Where can people get more?
You can go to visa.com/travel
and jetsetter.com.
Appreciate your time, ladies, and we're going to share this segment on our website a little bit later today. First Coast Living.